Hey guys, and welcome back to Expert Scripting Tutorials in Roblox. I've had a suggestion before making a tutorial about players' purchases, particularly saving them. It was on that video about data store, which I deleted, but I still have that comment. So yeah. um, After months literally waiting, I can make this one because I think this tutorial would be a bit, too advanced for, well, skilled series, so I left it for expert series. So now we have it. First, what you want to have is that script from tutorial number 6. You can just copy it and paste it in your server script service, and I know, call it whatever you want. I called it save, and now it's literally that. So I'm gonna show you how to make it so it would fit your game. So first we are only gonna do things on yeah, that's my FPS counter from previous tutorial, and they made it a bit better. So let's see, I made the values a bit more average, so I just added a couple more variables, and then just made an average of those things. And just the formula how you make an average number of numbers. You just add for example 5 numbers and divide by 5, and you get the FPS, and it's a bit more accurate, I suppose. So yeah, now let's just not get distracted, and first we have, wait, my bad. So first I can just delete this, and we want to load, well, not now, we're gonna delete this later. So this thing, yeah, this we are going to replace with well, first we have nothing to replace with. Yes, I've had that suggestion by saving purchases with those bool values. Yes, that's an option, and I can show you how to do it. So first you would want to insert things. You probably not in the script, but maybe starter UI starter pack, I guess. I know I like to put things also. Now it shows me the parent of service. That's a new thing. Yeah, now it's well, the game's name, which is that one. That's something new actually. So yeah, I'm probably gonna put those bool values right here or something like that, and insert object. Come on, man. Yeah, like that. Insert object, which would be folder. Alright, folder, and then we name it purchases, something like that. And we gonna insert couple. Come on, man, seriously. It's just annoying. Roblox should fix this. Because when you try to create a new item, sometimes this menu disappears, and that's a bit bad. So I know how to call it brick, or no, not brick, weapon, or maybe a sword, something like that. And yeah, the thing how this works is would be that you buy something and this value changes to true, and then in the other session, when you enter the game, it just creates that value from the saved one, and well, loads it. And if this value is true, then we would want to give a player an item or something like that. Yeah, and this would work in many cases, I think. Also, another thing to remember, you can make like a lot. You can make more data stores. That's why there's whoops. That's why there's like this get data store thingy. And I think I want to replace it with also, it would be a good idea to publish to Roblox, because else data store won't work. So yeah. Now I showed in the data store tutorial how to publish it and make it to work. So I'm gonna do it in my other screen actually, and it will do its things. Now I want to maybe change this to like non-capital T, and now it did something. It did the things, and now it's published. So this will be test like that. Never mind. So we have this. We change this, and now it should work. Assuming we did everything. So we want to remove this, all of this, because we don't need it. Well, maybe we will need it. For example, let's see. Local purchases equals that, and then we put it into player, or wait, let's see, what's the variable we would want to make, like all those purchases, you know, all that stuff. But I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll put it in player UI, because it will be easier, you know, because we'll need to put like many bool values, and this will make the life easier, just a little bit, but still. So where's that save data function? Like there. Then we would want to do a for loop. Yes, for I comma v in pairs. Well, you know the drill. Also, you might be wondering why player UI, why not start UI? Well, UI thing in player, well, it's called player UI, so you can check it if you didn't knew already. So player UI dot purchases, and then column get children, like that, and then you would write, no, not here, right here, do, and then we would want so local, no, or maybe local save, or maybe called to save, because it's values to save, equals well, table. So there is a function I showed you before, I think, which is insert, and it makes things a bit easier, and I should put this right here, maybe do like that, and let's see, like that, to make things a bit more organized. Table dot insert, for the new, it takes like list, well, this position and value. So we would want to write to save comma I comma v dot value, because v is object value, the location where it's located, so we want the value, not the location, obviously, and it should save all of the values. to this table. So yeah, now we would need to move on. Where is it? Load function right here. So we want this to save to be right here, not tick, to save and I think we would want to do another for loop. Yes. So next up we want to create, well, the bool value local and called, I don't know, stored. And if you make like a lot of those values, yes, it will be really hard to make them. So that's like for, I know, for weapon purchases, or I know maybe items which have like small quantity, like small variety, just for a couple items, or maybe 5, 10 or something like that. Because more you create items that you or purchases, it will be the harder it will be. So yeah, that's the thing to consider. So first we want to, well, create it. So instance.new wait, bool value, like that, and then we put it into plr dot wait, forgot the comma, like that, and we put it into player UI, or maybe not all, I can just make it shorter and just put it into purchases, like that. Yeah, pretty simple. So now well, obviously we can just make a tab like that, and then we want its value to be something like the value that we saved, obviously. So I could assume it would be where is it, that one, to save probably 1, the first one, not 11, 1, and then dot value, and it should be from the capital, I'm sure. Yeah, and I think that's it. Yeah, I'm thinking, not sure, because, well, we want to test it. And you know, you can make it yourself. If player player.player yada 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 dot sort dot value equals true, then I don't know, give sort or something like that. But now we just want to, well, just check if everything is correct. So I think that's the simplest way how to do it. And just for the sake of it, I'm gonna create another value, I know, and call it x, something like that, and it will have another value, or I'll create another one of these things. So again, local x equals instance dot new, and then two quotes, bool value, and then comma purchases, like that. Oh wait, forgot the e. That's weird. So again, x dot value equals thing that we didn't even create, so we'll do it later. But now to save to dot value, and I know, I think you can try to create something that will make your life easier, like a function that does that to you and repeats this thing. I think this would be possible, and obviously the thing I forgot is to name them. Yes, because it just would be just a value which has like the name bool value, and nobody will know what does that mean. So I name it sword, like that, not sword, and then this x dot value equals, well, x, like that. And this should work, assuming you have any saved data. If you don't have any, I mean loaded data. So where is it? This, where is it? Save data, yes, that one. And yeah, if you have no loaded data, it will throw an error. So I'm trying to find. You'll have to put this in the loaded data, and I'll do it later, but now I have to explain. So if you put load data before all this create like those instance.new_things, it would just throw an error definitely, because it's missing something. But I think you actually can just cut this and paste this right here. Well, assuming you probably need to remove this local thing then, because it would say, what are you referring to? Yeah. And if it throws this warning, you need to mention this variable, for example x, in any other like block of code or script scope. For example, right here, if I mention it again, it removes that warning. So yeah, that's the thing to remember. And if I cut this and paste this right here, it removes the warning. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So after a bit of struggling, I could say, I managed to make it. So as you can see, it saves and loads, no errors and that stuff. So first of all, we don't need that to save variable that you saw right there. Instead, where's that save data? Right here. We just make it to be local to save right here, and we make a for loop, as you saw before, and we insert. Now if you're wondering, that's the table.insert second argument, the default one. It just inserts at the end, but we also need the value to insert. So yeah, it would be v.value, which is well, those in the purchases table. So I don't think it will intersect with any other like values that you want to save, for example money and that stuff. Yeah, and this would be compatible, but you will need to put your values before this for loop, and everything would be fine, I think. Although now when we head up to load data function, you see for IV impairs and that else if. When there is else if, it's usually not very optimized, I could say. So if you want, you can optimize it somehow, and if you want, I'm gonna leave that edited script in the description, so you could just edit it, or if description won't let me, I'll leave it in the comments, so you can just look right there and copy and paste. Well, you may need to change couple values and create one couple elements, but everything would be fine. So for example, right here, it's compatible with multiple values. That's important thing to mention. So yeah, now I can explain all the changes. If you missed something or you are so confused that I don't even know. So first, we started here. Remember, those insert table dot insert things were useless. Just so yeah. Now, not to get confused, so we just make a for loop for that table, load the data, and this may not be compatible with all the values. So I think I would have to be like I plus 1 or I plus 2, depends on how many values you saved. So for example, I think you can just do I plus 2, no, or you need brackets. No, it doesn't work, so it has to be like that. So if I equals, I don't know, 3, if you have like a couple values before this, but in this example I'm just focusing on those bool values that I want to save, and you can save as many as you want. So that's awesome. So again, for IV in pairs, it just loops the table, load the data, which contains those values, which are true, false, false, I don't know. And so if I equals 1, so if it's the first value, then sort's value, and the sort is that instance of new bool value, we want to set it to v, which is equal to false, maybe. Well, it's a bool value, so it's false, and this one is true, I think. So yeah, now if we save values, then we want to access another one. So if I equals 2 or else if, then we want to, for example, access value to be set to v, which is this one is equal to true. Yeah, so everything else was there before. Now we have save data function, which starts right here, obviously. So we just create a to save like that, which is a table, well, and we make another for loop, but now we want to loop the purchases folder, which, well, obviously will be created later, right here or somewhere. So yeah, now we use table.insert function, which inserts, well, into this table, which is the place, which is well, this tables, well, it just inserts in the end of that table to save this value, which is I don't know, either true or false, or purchase that you want to save, in simple words. So yeah, now we save this table, and luckily you can save table inside the table. And now, where is it? Right here. When player enters the game, we create a folder, and we name that folder purchases, which is well, in the player UI section, which would be right here, but in the players place. So now we create a couple values, just for example, which is, well, sword, which gets inserted into purchases folder. Yes, and we create a x variable, which is new instance, well, new bool value, which will be put in the purchases folder also, and we name it x. So yeah, and we set those values right here, as I explained before. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, the save has interval. So and you can delete those print functions if you want, but it's pretty convenient to know when your save script saves data and when it loads. So yeah, and that was pretty much it. And no, it took quite a while to explain and do stuff, but I think it's rather simple now. You can just I don't know, manipulate somehow those values. For example, if player like paid something, then we change this value to true or false or something like that, and this would work definitely. Now there is kind of like a security risk, I could say. First of all, you need filtering enabled, definitely. Yeah, as you can see, I have it. And if I try to change it via client, I don't know, server might save that changed value or not, I don't know. Also, I forgot to show you. I can just create, a new save or something like that, and then play it, and that will be the new data store. Everything is new, and I can verify that it's like legit. It's working. So yeah, we have our players. As you can see, our FPS is quite good, and yeah, player UI purchases. Now X I mean sword is false and X is false, as you can see. Now we say we set X to true, right? And we stop this. Now this once, if you're wondering, that's just Roblox core scripts that create new stuff. For example, that chat thing, and so sword, as you can see, it's true and X is false. Yeah, wait, but I'm thinking, did I create it, did I set the X value true or no? Yeah, this may cause some problems because once we get created, their order may be different, so yeah, but that different order is always the same, so you may need to check it. Yeah, it's always X and sword. I think it sorts by the alphabetical order or something like that, I don't know. So I may need to switch them out, and again, as I said, you can optimize this definitely somehow. And I don't really know how, and I don't think I have time for optimizing this, but you probably can. And if I can, I probably update the description with optimize as the script. Well, this part maybe, if it's possible. But until that, I have to leave you here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And if you liked it, you know what to do. If you didn't like it, you also want to know what to do. And yeah, I'll see you next time, and goodbye.